Nicolas Cage's latest from A24 and director Kristoffer Borgli is a comedic mind bender of a film entitled Dream Scenario. The film is basically about thus. Nicolas Cage, your average family man, likable, decent Joe, a college professor who's really into ants, is suddenly the subject of everyone's dreams. One by one, people start coming up to him and saying, "You were my dream last night. What did I do? Was it exciting? Was it weird? Was it scary? You were just kind of there." And it goes in crazy directions from there. It's a comedy more or less played straight and very outrageous at times, very sad overall, very somber film overall, and strange to the degree that I was sure this was written by Charlie Kaufman. Very being John Malkovich vibe. And when I saw the credits in this film and I saw, no, this was written and directed by this director who's not Charlie Kaufman, I was like, wow, it's obviously somebody who likes Charlie Kaufman. So Nicolas Cage, obviously the star here. Julianne Nicholson plays his wife, who you'd recognize. Tim Meadows plays his boss, playing it mostly straight, but he's funny, and Tim Meadows playing it straight is generally, just funny. And small role for Michael Cera. Otherwise, nobody you would probably recognize in this film. And it's just an interesting film that you never really see. You can never foretell where it's going. And I liked it. I'd seen the trailer a lot, and this is one of those films where the trailer made me not want to see this. Something about the trailer made me think, oh, it's going to be one of those annoying, quirky A24 movies. Not to say that A24 movies are annoying, but to say that there are occasionally annoyingly quirky A24 movies. And this is an A24 film, but it was really good. I liked it, surprisingly. And I'm hot and cold on Cage. I know there's this cult of Cage who just worships everything he does and thinks he's hilarious when he just acts too much and badly. And occasionally you get a film like Dream Scenario where you are reminded that no, he actually can do a good performance. He can disappear into a role. He cannot just be the toothy, bug-eyed, screaming Nicolas Cage, which is great because that's why he became famous in the first place. It wasn't for being an over-the-top bad actor making terrible films all the time. It was for being a good actor who was in all kinds of things and very quirky. And indeed, Cage has said that if he had his way at this point, in a recent interview, this would be his last feature film, or his last feature film for a while. I guess he wants to sort of move into doing TV and actually better character work and not just keep cranking out the films. But apparently has these legal contracts that he has to do 3 or 4 more. But after that, you may not see him putting out the films with the regularity he has over the last 20 years or so. So Dream Scenario, very interesting. It is, unfortunately, to me, it's one of those movies that I don't really love that this has become a thing in the modern era where films just punish the main character for being a decent person. And this really is, he is sort of a human pincushion in this. Like, he's a guy who does his work, he does it well, he's trying to engage with the world around him and his family, and everybody just thinks he's boring and uninteresting. And every direction this film turns, not to give anything away, I'm not going to tell you the story beyond what I did, but every direction this goes, it just basically punishes him more, and just it's the giant thumb screwing him into the ground more and more. And that's always unfortunate. It's a cynical kind of nihilistic thing that I see in a lot of a certain strain of comedy that always kind of bugs me. It didn't overtly bug me while I was watching this. It was just after the fact that I was thinking about it. It was like, really, it's a shame that this guy is being punished at every turn for essentially doing the right thing and having principles and morals for the most part. But it is very funny, and it is interesting. There's some very interesting visuals when it comes to the dreams, and I liked it. I would recommend this. I would recommend, as I always say, seeing this in a theater if you can, but if not, it'll be available everywhere. From A24, Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario.